An urban digital twin is actually a frame which belongs like a triangle with 3 corners. So one is about the static part, one is about the dynamic part, and one is about the social part. And a dynamic twin needs to cover at least 2 of these corners in order to make it a digital twin, because otherwise it's just a new name for something existing. For example, taking the static part. If you only have the static part, then it's a 3D city model, nothing else. With the dynamic part, we can put in simulation and the sensor feedback from IoT, and in the social part, we can really see what is the social impact a digital twin creates for the society. There are a couple of urban digital twin activities around the world. One of the ones I really like to cite is from the city of Almere in the Netherlands, which was executed from a partner of us, EMEA. And they are really nicely combine a 3D city model with a lot of simulations to see how changing elements will impact the society, like a change in traffic, a change in green. So this is a nice example, but there's a lot of more elements and references from Hexagon, which is pinpointing certain aspects of a digital twin. On really many different variations and aspects. So starting from the beginning, Hexagon really helps with the data capturing. Because as I said, we have the static component, we need to have the frame, how to place all the different elements, and Hexagon is one of the world leaders in reality capturing. The second one is obviously our capability of perfect 3D and dynamics visualization as we have it with the Luciad platform and the Map Enterprise platform. And in addition to that, we have beautiful measures together with Melontech from Hexagon Geosystems and our capabilities which we provide with our spatial modeler to transform data into actionable information. And last but not least, which is also something which is excellent for each digital twin, we have the ability of having with Exalt integration an IoT platform, and with our colleagues from MSc, the ability of simulate and visualize a lot of topics like changes in airflow and particle emissions and these things. So Hexagon participates and brings really value to a lot of aspects from the digital twin. Excellent question at the end. We have 2 dimensions. The first one is finding the source of finance, because someone needs to finance these things. So this is one part which I don't like to stress a lot. The second one, which is more important, is find appropriate use cases. So digital twins should always be use case based so that we can estimate the outcome of a digital twin for a specific aspect. So we in SIG are really thinking about 5, 6, 7 different use cases where the combination of technology, the breaking up of silos, make use to the city and to the city managers to take the right decision to make the city more livable for the residents. It's actually on all different elements. Taking one use case, for example, it's all about getting carbon neutral for a city. So in order to get carbon neutral, you need to understand what is the biomass of the city and how much emission a city do expose. On the other hand, start taking that as a starting point, and this we can really compute out of the data. We can compute the biomass and we have links to the emissions. But this is only one aspect of that use case. A deviation of this use case is, for example, it helps you preventing heat islands in hot summer times. We all know about the climate change. So we are confronted with more hot summer time and more summer days, and this is especially a threat to our elderly residents. Now, by improving and increasing the green part in the inner city, will cool down the city on these hot days. On the other hand, we do have a lot of strong rain events and the resulting flooding. By converting gray space into green space, we can help prevent and mitigate the outcome of these flooding and strong rain events. So there's a lot of things within the use case are combined, which brings a lot of great value to the society. And Hexagon, with its ability of capturing data, analyzing data, put data into time slices, into time sequences, and making the effect of the data visual helps you as a city manager to take the right decision.